Hello everyone, it's Mary. Welcome back to the channel. So this video is showcasing the September Small Die of the Month from Spellbinders, and I had a lot of fun with it because, like the last month, I got to stretch the supplies a little bit and do a few different things. So we're going to have some fun, and I am going to jump right into it. So the first thing I want to show you is, like I do always, I'm going to show you here how I cut out everything that comes with the die set. You get the words hello and you that you can spell out. The Y is not up there, but there's a Y. And thank for the sentiments. This is how I store my dies. I discovered these cut down magnetic sheets that I got in a set of 25, and I love them. They're sturdy. Whatever magnetic sheets you can probably find them a little cheaper. I know people have used vents, like the vent covers for home. I love doing this. I find that I can see all my dies at once. I just package them right up into my little envelope here, and we're good to go. So let's get into making some cards. Now, all the backgrounds are previously made from other videos or just crafting, so I'm just going to be pulling out a bunch of them. But I had pulled out some of this Tonic holographic cardstock, which is amazing and one of my favorites. And I am going to die cut the word hello, but I'm going to put it on itself kind of wonky. And the reason I'm doing that is because when you have letter dies, think outside the box a little bit. Not everything has to be lined up perfectly. And quite honestly, doing it this way takes a lot of pressure off yourself because it's supposed to be wonky. So I'm going to take out this die right here, and also in the holographic cardstock, and I ran that through my machine, and now I'm just going to place it down on this beautiful distress oxide background that I made, probably just picking up excess ink. If you follow my videos, that's a lot of what I do, is I just pick up excess ink and then throw those in a background envelope, and I pull them out for times like this. So I have this other piece. Using my tweezers is probably one of the most convenient ways to do this. I find that my fingers get in the way. I get glue all over them, which I didn't avoid anyway in this video. I got glue all over it. But for some reason, this was not lining up straight. It was looking crooked. So I pulled up the right side, re-glued it, and then placed it down. Then I noticed it was not centered on my cardstock, which is fine because the way that I remedied that was I just pulled out my paper trimmer from Tonic here, and I'm just going to cut it down a little bit. And now it looks like it was always meant to be in the center. I'm going to use my Barely Art glue, and I'm going to put down my hello. So you see how that just kind of adds just some whimsy to it by not being perfectly straight. I thought that was kind of fun. I do put something heavy on it to glue it down. Then I'm going to do the background and place that right onto my card panel. Now my card panels, I'm using 120-pound cardstock from Opaque. I love this cardstock. It's super sturdy, and my cards feel really substantial, like professionally done. So now I have that done, and I'm going to just add some magic sequins here from the Tangled. The magic sequence almost has a holographic look to it as well, so it kind of just pulls everything close together. And we have our first finished card. Don't underestimate that holographic cardstock, okay? That stuff is amazing. I think when it came back in stock about a month ago, I bought like 5 packs. So I have some for a while. Let's move on to our second card here. Now, we are back to, yeah, that's not what these dies were for. This is my segment where I like to stretch the dies that I got. So when I looked at them, you can obviously, like the first card, make the diamond shape and have that as a focal point on your card panel, but you can also snip them up and you can use them. What I'm doing here is kind of highlighting them as sort of seaweed in the sea. And I have this background here because I wanted to use it, but I also thought it looked like it could be underwater. So again, it's card making. It's not perfect, but we're going to just enjoy the process. I am going to put those down, and then I'm going to lay my block over them. That helps keep everything nice and glued down, pretty sturdy. So skipping ahead a little bit, I'm just adding some smaller pieces here just to give it a little bit of an asymmetrical look. And then I'm going to take, again, holographic cardstock and die cut thank you. So we're just going to lay this out as straight as we possibly can. And like I said, the tweezers helps quite a bit when you're trying to put placement down for your die cuts. I just really feel like my fingers get all kinds of in the way. And I'm just going to place down my final letter here, and I have thank you card. Now, I was stuck on this, so I pulled out these little dies that are in the set. And you know, I saw fish in them too. So I don't know what is going on with Spellbinders, me, and fish, but it's a thing. Last month I did the same thing, but I just see little fishies. And so I'm going to place them down. I cut them out of some rainbow cardstock that I had made with some alcohol inks. And then I'm going to take some black nail polish because I like the consistency of the nail polish for me to just dot on an eye. I tried a jelly roll pen, but because it's on sort of like a synthetic paper, it wasn't really showing up. But the black nail polish was showing up perfectly. So I could have squeezed out some Nuvo drops as well and used that, but it's a little thicker. So again, I just really like the consistency of the nail polish. And I have a growing collection of nail polish, so I'll probably be using this again in the future. And I pull back out this stuff in another card too. I'm going to finish it off with these Trinity stamps bubbles here. These are so cute, and they look just like little water droplets in the ocean. So there's my ocean scene card for not intended for these dies to be fish or seaweed, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. So here I finished off this card here, and I'm going to take my little round tool again, and I am going to just dot it onto the nail polish and give myself these really cute different sized dots on my project. So I have a few of these. This round tool set came with 4 different sizes, and so I'm pulling out the thicker one and the thinner one, and I'm just getting these really cute little dots here. I couldn't have done this with Nuvo drops. I find that they're a little too thick to get exact consistency that I want. So, and these lay really flat, these dots. So it's great. It's perfect placement. It's almost like splattering, but with a lot more control. Some close-ups here of the cards. And yeah, so it's just a nice, fun little technique to do. Okay, let's move on to the next card here. This one is an old background I did. I don't remember what ink this was. I wish I did. I think it's Catherine Polar, but it is quite reactive to water, even months after being created. So I'm going to use this shimmer, and I'm going to take my paper towel and just dot and pick up my excess water, liquid. Then I'm going to chop down again from, this is the other die that comes in the set. I'm going to chop that down so that I have just a sort of like the straight line one, but it's a little bit pliable, so I can kind of curve it around. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put glue on it, and then I'm going to just kind of curve it around. Same thing with the bottom one. I'm just going to lay it down and then just, you know, just work with it and move it around a little bit. This one is a little bit more, like I said, pliable than the other pieces of that die. Now, I wanted a V for the word love, so I'm going to take 2 more L's, and I am going to cut them out, and then we're going to line them up. And I'm going to show you how I fix this to make it look as much like a V as I can. So you can try, again, when you're stretching your supplies, try to think outside of the box. This V was not in the set that it came, but what from these letters can you make? There was an H, so I could make an I as well. So you can make I love you if you wanted to. So right here, this does not quite look like a V yet. So what I did was I took a black jelly roll pen and I just closed off that very bottom of the V. And that's going to make it look like pretty much a seamless letter from afar. So there you go. Looks like a V. I'm happy with it. And that was made from 2 L's. So this is going to be a love card, and I'm just going to place down some Trinity stamps, little bubbles here. These are the heart bubbles in clear, and that's going to finish off my card. So lots of fun things you can do with this die set. Hopefully this inspired you to, again, think in different ways. When you get your die set, just look at it for a little bit and see what you can come up with. So those are my 4 cards. I had a lot of fun with this kit. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I will list everything I used in the video below in the description. Also, if you want to link up in other social media platforms, you can find my Linktree link below. and I will see you all in the comment section in the next video. Have a good day. Bye-bye.